I was just sitting here thinking, and I've always been focused on off-grid living. And so I never thought outside the box or from somebody else's perspective regarding the systems I've put in place here. And it dawned on me that the systems, the structure, the process, more or less, could be applied anywhere. So the same systems that I used to start my homestead in the middle of nowhere, you could use those same systems to start your single family home in the city. I'm not saying that off-grid living is the same in the city. It's not. There's more rules, more inspections. It's more expensive. There's a lot of differences between the two places. But here's something else that I realized. I pay property tax too. I pull permits. I hired an engineer. I follow rules. In a lot of ways, it's the same thing, I still have to design systems around regulations and permits and all of those things. So the difference isn't an absence of rules, it's understanding those rules early and designing the systems around them. This isn't magic land or a loophole. I traded my time and effort for equity. It's built, not bought. I was living in a way that could be considered uncomfortable then, so that I could start to live in a way that would be considered comfortable now. And this is what just dawned on me, is that doesn't only relate to rural living. If someone in the city wanted to take more ownership of their life, they could. It would probably cost more money, take more time, and require jumping through more hoops. But somebody working a good job 40 hours a week could buy a modest piece of land instead of buying a finished house. They could build it slowly and start to do more work for themselves. They could follow the rules instead of fighting them, and shelter, water, food, power, income, they wouldn't be exactly the same. But the mindset is. So maybe that looks like not buying a turnkey house. Maybe you have chickens in the backyard to balance costs. Maybe you could install solar for backup or even your entire power supply. Maybe that simply means learning systems so that you don't have to outsource everything. It's less about perfection and more about ownership. It's not for everyone. I'm not saying it's better. I'm not telling you to uproot your life and change everything. It's just that I realized that the exact same thing that I've been working on for all these years could be applied to any location. It's about learning systems and understanding constraints. Oops. It's about designing a life that degrades gracefully rather than collapsing under stress. That can happen off-grid, and it can happen in a whole lot more places that I hadn't really thought of.